Oh shoot, was I muted this whole time? Oh man, sorry guys, I didn't realize I was muted. All right, well, what I was saying, shit, my bad. So what I was saying was, basically everyone out here is, man, I wish you guys could have caught that. That was a good exchange. My bad, sorry. I'm gonna walk through here and show you guys what's going on. So I'm gonna show you kind of the lay of the land here. You got a large police line over here. There's a lot of folks. Like basically, it's like a 1-for-1 police to protest right now. Like not even a protest. This is just, it was a candlelit vigil in March, but you've got a large bicycle presence. You've got, and they just keep coming in. Like there's more over here that just lined up in the street, and I mean, it's an incredible for what you're seeing down here. It's a large presence. Maybe it's just preemptive because they're not sure what's going to happen, but they're definitely taking the time to make sure they got everything covered. Yeah, right. Do a redo. That's not really how it works. But what was going on was there's some guys that were having some issues with filming, and my guy was just kind of talking to him, and then what he was saying was like, hey, if it's going to cause problems, like basically, this is not the type of event for that. Is what he was getting at. And he was saying if it's going to be a problem, maybe it's just better for you to like kick rocks, you know. So that's what he was saying. But you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So, but it's tough because like, sorry, I got an itch in my eye, guys. Because there's always that issue where people are trying to like be able to record and do their thing, and some people do and do not want that to happen. And if it becomes a problem, like I was saying, I'm not one to push my hand on people and be like, hey man, I'm gonna force it. So, but I'm down here in LA, just so you guys know. And what started off as a march, you know, they marched from the location they're at right now, down here in Hollywood. And we'll talk to my guy real quick, have him explain what went down. So. Ooh.
CJ, this is Miranda, my business partner.
Miranda, how are you? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Shit, were you filming that?
Yeah, I didn't realize I had it on mute, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Walk us through what happened, man.
What's that?
Walk us through what happened. I know everyone's very... I had it on mute, so I feel terrible. I was like, oh, man, like that was a real good exchange. Like what you were saying was very poignant, you know, like for the disruption factor.
Yeah, I didn't want to just like jump like, you know, totally
First
crazy.
First of all, do you mind being on camera?
What's that?
Do you mind being on camera?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I just, you know, as a filmmaker myself and being out here and just like learning to, you know, just sort of understand the situation and understand that, yeah, you're media and you have a job and there's things that you have to do, but we're also human beings, you know, so, you know, there's a point at which you know, you got to remember that you're a fucking human being, and that you know, there's a lot of things out here that are affecting people, and if your mission is to come out here and film and the people that are celebrating a vigil don't want you because they don't trust how you're going to portray them, then it's your duty to just back off. You know, I mean, it's not like, you know, the constitutional or legal rights maybe you're allowed to film, but I mean, at some point you just have to learn to be a decent human being.
I always say read the room. You got to read the room. You know,
when there's, you know, a vigil for a 13-year-old kid and a 20-year-old kid, and you're taking away from the spirit of that and the pain of people of color because you have to go broadcast something that you feel is like your job and you're so special, and then you're causing all these people to like move away from it, and you're bringing energy away from it to people that have already experienced like a massive amount, you know, 400 years of bullshit, and your best response is, well, on the news too, on the media too, oh, defend equality. Well, you know, there's a point where, you know, you're an attempt to defend equality is you're really affecting other people, and you can see the pain. You know, I see it when people are, you know, untrusted filmmakers or news or entity that are just not trusted.
Sure.
You know, there's pain. I mean, look at what people of color have gone through all this time. You know, lies and deception. I mean, how else do you think people are going to think? You know what I mean? If you've been fooled and lied to, and and been lied to by the cops and fake videos, all that kind of shit, like what are you going to presume when you've always been given, when you've always been shown in a bad light, in a poor light? Yeah. So of course you're going to be nervous and not want, people that potentially are going to make you look even worse than what, the media does all the time anyways. So.
And you said something about like creating stuff. So like these guys are basically like content creators, right? Is kind of the vibe.
I have no idea. They I guess they looked them up and they're like, middle of the ground, some kind of news entity or something like that.
But I see what you're saying. That's kind of the issue that I've seen with everything is there's been such a hard narrative and a hard slide on the story that's being told by who's telling it. When I really feel there's the validity in the live, because it gives the people that are in the street and people that are in the moment an opportunity to have their voice heard and they tell their own story. And I think that's what's tough about, like you said, the cut and clipped and like the rebooted situations, because no one wants to be painted in a light that doesn't properly represent them.
And if you want to just talk about the reality of it, these guys aren't getting any shots. They got umbrellas right in front of their lens.
Yeah.
So if you're not even going to get to do your job, you know what I mean? Then if you're really here trying to do your job, then what you do is you back the fuck off and you go regroup and you wait till they're not all over you.
Yeah.
And you try to get another shot or you wait for something to happen.
Right.
So it makes me think like you're not being an honest journalist or you're not really doing something up like that's on point. If you're willing to sit there and just have an umbrella in front of your lens, like that confuses me. What story are you going to tell with that? Like, what are you all about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the one thing though is I do think that they listened. It didn't seem like they were, that they were being, really like, aggressively like, no. It seemed like they listened, and now look,
he seemed really receptive.
Look, they're not filming now, and it seems like they had a good talk with people.
Yeah.
And maybe something went somewhere. You know what I mean? So.
No, like I said, I wish that it wasn't muted. I feel terrible because what you were saying was, I think, incredibly valid. And obviously it had an impact, and you could tell that he was like, all right, man, I get you. I hear where you're at.
Yeah, and I was realizing that, putting the umbrellas in front, yelling at him just doesn't work as well as trying to reach out.
A conversation,
Make some kind of human connection.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like and I appreciate you telling me what happened. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. So it looks like the police are all peeling out, like, they've decided that it's not going to be I'm sure they're going to leave somebody behind. Maybe they're all going to peel out of here, but
no problem.
it's funny to see, like, they got the police riding out, but they got people loaded in the back of their car, and I was like, oh man, they already got arrested, but it was other police officers. So yeah, the police pulled out. They so that's the rub with a lot of this is that no, here I'm going to be very clear. My dude's not. When I say my dude, I try to refer to people that I've seen and become familiar with. He's not, he's not affiliated with any one group. He's actually a production company, and they are out pushing for, some amazing pieces, like award-winning pieces, literally. And he's just been out here. He's from here. He lives here, and he actually is a hella good dude. And I think that's where I know a lot of you guys would want me to go ahead and second that notion, but no, I can't allow that to be the narrative that gets spit out there. Like he's all about. I know he's about equality. He's pushing for. He's about the protest and people's right to be out in the streets and to express your views and opinions. Also understands that, like, when it comes down to like wanton violence and destruction, it takes away from the message that's on the table, the thing that people are trying to push. And I think that's where we lose ourselves in the motion, is that it's you can't see through that anymore. Once that happens, you can't see that anymore. But from my experience, and I'm going to say that, and I think some people are going to have their own, and that's okay. Everyone should personalize things and make it their own and deal with it accordingly. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't have like a dude here, guys. Just to be very clear, I just said my guy over here. You know what I mean? Or my guy over here. Got the guys that are involved. And so to be clear, it's tough, man. Well, it's cool. You guys got to remember, like, once you start titling people and labeling people, they get dealt with inappropriately, and there's a false narrative that gets placed on their head, and that's where we find all this divide. We dehumanize people and don't give them a chance to truly tell their story, and that's what I've always strived to do. And I think that if we could work more towards that, much like what was just happening, get a chance to actually have the story told, we'll get better opportunities to go ahead and, understand not just the people around us, but, understand ourselves a little bit. And I think that's important too. So, but it's pretty much, it's dying down, guys. And, yeah, exactly. Like calling people Nazis or just generalizing people as fascists or anything else. But everyone should be allowed. But it seems like tonight there's been a little bit of infighting, and I'm not sure. I don't know the dude that got attacked. I don't know him personally at all. So I just am legit. Space Frog on over on YouTube. My thoughts on the shootings. Well, the right shooting I think is terrible. And I'll say this no matter who I am or where I'm at. When it comes right down to it, like accidents are accidents, that's fine. But if it took someone's life, Mike Holt, thank you for that donation over on YouTube. I thank you very much. But if I was driving my car and I took a wrong turn, even accidentally, and I ran someone over and I killed them, that's manslaughter. You know what I mean? It could have been an accident, but still at the end of the day, there's going to be charges held. There's going to be charges. With the police officer that's got over 20 years of experience on the force, should know their weapons, should know their issues. Accidents do happen, but it doesn't mean that you're immune, that you don't have immunity from the charges or the process that's going to follow you. So I absolutely feel that officer needs to go ahead and be dealt with in accordance. You know what I mean? You don't get, just because you're wearing a uniform doesn't give you the right to walk away from things that happen. And that, I'm going to say that till the day I die. I've been held accountable. I've made mistakes, plenty of mistakes, guys. Trust me, plenty of mistakes, and I've been held for them so many times. I've had to deal with them, and I've had to deal with the worst and worst because of the mistakes I made. And it's terrible, but it's what's going on. Everyone's leaving basically, so it's just me talking to you guys right now. I didn't see what happened with Wizzy Wig.
Anything that happens right now, please don't take no pictures.
Gotcha. But so yeah, I think that when it comes down to it, the officer's already being brought. There's already manslaughter charges that are going to be brought up against that officer, and I believe she's already lost her job or left her job. So the process has already taken place. So that being said, about the shooting, that's going to be handled the way that the law is going to handle it. Again, that's their business. That's like you guys know me. I'm not one to shove my camera in people's faces for the opportunity to get a shot because.
I'll be in the vlog.
What's that?
I'll be in it.
Yeah, man. Sit down. Come talk to me, man. What's going on?
What's up, bro? Not much. So, guys, Michi_Finesse on Instagram.
What are your thoughts about everything going on, man?
It's beautiful that everyone had the thought to come out here and share a oneness and just being here together, just to be brought together over. Sadly, we had to be brought together over a few deaths, but it's good. It's beautiful to see how we come together as one when we do come together. But my views on all the little personal stuff that's going on, it shouldn't be happening.
Right.
But people have their ways. People have emotions. They let their emotions get the best of them, and bullshit happens. But. Shout out to my man. What's your name?
CJ.
Shout out to CJ.
Good looking. I appreciate you, man.
Keep following him. Give him followers, likes, whatever he needs. Give it to him.
I need people to listen, man. I need people to listen to like the voice in the crowd, man. So if you're down here, like, what do you see? What needs to happen to make a change? Like, what do we need to do?
What needs to happen? It needs to be a better. It needs to have like better structure.
Okay.
It needs to have like a better, like I want to say like I can't think of the words right now, but
okay.
like
you're fine.
It needs to have, I don't want to say a leader because nobody needs a leader, but it needs to have something like a leader.
I see what you're saying. Better, like you say, better
leadership,
that's good.
better direction, and better, control over the crowd and what's going on. And everyone needs to have the same understanding when you come out here to one of these types of events, wherever you are. That it's not about you. It's about what's been going on and what's been happening and why. So
Absolutely.
like right now, it's about Dante Wright, and the other, what's his name?
The 13-year-old?
Yeah.
Adam Toledo? I want to say,
Toledo.
I think I'm saying his name right.
Toledo. I seen that video. That was straight bullshit. bro. They keep coming with bullshit, and we know what it is, and they try to call it something else that it's not. You know, we see through it.
How do you feel about the? What do you think should happen in these officer-related shootings? The situations.
I think this officer should. I think a lot of officers shouldn't even have a gun anymore at this point, because you guys really don't know how to use them. You can't tell the difference from a taser and a gun.
Yeah.
Why do you have a gun in the first place?
Yeah.
You know, like if you can't tell the difference from one and the other, you shouldn't be able to even hold one or point one or do anything with a gun, you know? So I feel like a lot of these police should go to like how they are in London and stuff like that with no guns. Do they have guns in London?
They do. They have
it's
armed
places.
teams, and then they have like the unarmed teams.
It's certain places.
Oh, you're from London.
It's certain places where they don't have guns. The police aren't allowed to have guns. They just have batons or tasers or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
You're not, what's the point of trying to kill someone, you know, like, unless they're really trying to harm you or kill you, I can understand then if in that case the police should have like SWAT, call a SWAT on the case of somebody having a gun, trying to shoot somebody, murder somebody, rob somebody, something like that. That's what their job is for.
Right.
Police officers are servants for us, but they're really not acting like servants for us. They're acting like they're servants for somebody else, you know?
Do you feel hey, would you mind chiming in on this too? I'd like to hear your opinions. I mean, coming from overseas, like, what are your thoughts on like doing away with the police force when we hear talk like that? Do you mind being on camera? By the way, I don't mind. It's just me and my man right now, but if you don't mind, it's fine. I just got this thing way too close to me right now.
Police, it's not all police are bad. I'm not saying all police are bad. We have some decent police, you know. But a lot of even the decent ones, like they have who you surround yourself with is who you're gonna pretty much turn out to be, you know? Just like saying you are what you eat. Sure. So, you know, if you're hanging around a bad cop, you're bound to be a bad cop or turn into a bad cop. Look, the fruit don't fall far from the tree. And then it said one bad fruit can spoil the whole lot of them. You know? So that's pretty much what's going on right now. It is, and if you ask me, like I said, they shouldn't have guns.
I will add to that.
They shouldn't have guns.
If I could piggyback on what you said about the London police, coming from the UK, we don't have as much gun police violence on the
gun crowd control police.
But there's still police brutality at the same time.
Right.
But so it's not.
It's a huge problem. Yeah. It's not. You got
we can deal with a beating, but a lot of people can't deal with people getting killed.
Because in the States you have a gun culture. Basically, the only way you're going to get rid of these police shooting civilians is you got to get rid of the guns.
You're right.
Okay.
But they're the ones who put the guns out here
that's
for
the
us.
crux of the problem here. You have a gun culture society.
It's not the guns that's the bad person. It's the person behind the gun.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think we'll ever move away from a gun culture in America?
No,
we're not.
You're never going to.
That's not going
That's why you're always going to have
That's the bread and butter of America.
Because it's almost like when you talk about moving America, taking guns away from Americans, it's an uproar. You hear people talking about.
You see that a lot right now. The Second Amendment fight, rallies and protests. Yeah.
So unless you address that narrative, you're always going to have a gun. You're always going to have issue with police and guns. Unless they reform their training. Like,
do you feel the police in America have enough training?
No, of course not.
They don't.
Of course not. Obama has more training than the officer.
The ladies who do the nails, the ladies who do the cosmetologists have more training than police do. Any police officer.
I know that.
I believe their dogs go through more training than they do. Like.
Yeah, I mean.
Actually, I can guarantee it. Those dogs do get a lot of training.
Those dogs get a lot of training. To be real,
those dogs get a lot of training.
It takes longer training to be a beautician.
A cosmetologist. That's what I just said. I just said that. Literally.
So what? Okay, as civilians, what as civilians is the best motion that we can take to help elicit a change that's going to affect on a grand scale, on a local level?
You have to, the people that you vote into office.
Yeah.
So local government.
The Congress and the politicians.
We need a lot more people.
You got to tell them. You have to demand that they reform. You want reform.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous that you have police officers right now. 2 months or 6 weeks or whatever training, and then you put a gun in their hand.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Also, I think that people that look like you have to be making the most noise.
You know what's wild is it's hard for me being out here because of how I look.
That's why I'm
like when I try to
that.
cover things, it's like
that's why
immediately I get called like a fascist or a Nazi or whatever. And I'm like, man, we're all one. Everything I can do to elevate voices that are going to help
once we understand
maybe spark the change, you know?
Well, you see, the thing is, this whole issue with police violence is so embedded in. It's almost like a disease because. But just think about the number of crimes police have committed on black and brown.
Police is they're their own game.
Before they were camera phones.
I've been harassed by police. I've been harassed by police like they were gang members in the street.
The frequency hasn't.
Listen to me. I'm not lying to you guys. I've been harassed by police. They ran in my pockets.
I'm not recording you guys.
They ran in
I
my
was just making
pockets
sure
on
the
some
man said he was
unlawful
okay.
arrest. Unlawful arrest. They don't read me my right. They're running in my pockets, asking me like gang questions, like where you from, where you stay, like
That's with
mad
no
dogging me, doing
That's with no camera.
with no camera on them. You know.
What do you feel about
A lot of
police
their
body
cameras-
cams?
A lot of the police body cams, they have a lot of control over them. I feel like they should have the body cams to where they're on 48 hours, 72 hours a day. Like,
They should be.
you know, they shouldn't be able to be cut on and cut off. They shouldn't be able to cut on and cut off.
Like where you could log in and find that
Yeah,
actual.
yeah, that's-
I talked to a guy and he said the only issue with that is that when they're dealing with people that a lot of their personal information, the people that they might be dealing with, that it would be like when they're getting people's names and you know when they're dealing with people's personal
Like
information.
sensitive
we
Exactly,
have
and they
AI.
said that
We
would be
have AI for stuff.
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
but they said the only issue is that then if they did at that
2021.
point turn off the camera at some point, even once, they're like that's when you're gonna have the problem because
Or
the
they
second
can
you turn that
mute it.
camera off or do that, now it's like what happened when you turned it off, and they were like, you know, but then so they did a
we
pilot
have the
program.
technology
But if it
to fix
saves
these
lives,
type of problems.
so bloody well.
Right.
That's
But
not an
But
issue.
has the implication of police body cams actually reduced the number of police killings? It hasn't.
No, because a lot of them aren't using their body cams. A lot of them don't have body cams on.
I think they should all have body cams.
They
I
should
think-
all
I
have
think-
body cams that are on 72 hours a day, like
I think
all
for
day,
their-
every day.
like for their own protection.
And
I
they,
mean,
and that's another
for
thing. I
ours,
was gonna
for
say.
everybody's.
We should have a database or a website to where they upload the video footage like live,
Did you know that
to
there's
where
no national database for police violence?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
The database that was created by the Washington Post.
Really?
And the only reason why police killings are actually made, the only ones that actually make it to the public
Top
information
line,
are the ones
mainstream.
that have been picked up by news outlets.
Yes.
That's
and they're not picking much.
they're not picking much up.
And that's why
They
a lot of
control
what
the
we're
news
trying to do out
media.
here
They
with these
control
smaller
media.
stream
And
situations
another thing
are
I
trying
hate
to like.
hearing, and they need to do away with that narrative. When you hear them say 99% of the police officers are good, I hate it when people say that.
Right.
Where did they get that? Where did they get their statistics
Whoa.
from? Have you ever,
I went to jail out here on Hollywood and Highland
99% of
for
these
7
police officers are
days
good.
for police
Now,
interference.
How can it be 99%?
7 days. I was only supposed to
You
be
got
in there
all
for
these
2
killers out
days.
here,
They
you're
kept me
saying
over the
99%
time
of cops are
limit
good?
just because
You know what I mean?
they wanted me to know they had power over me while I was locked up in there. You know? And I got DA reject. My record is squeaky clean. I don't have nothing on my record. No police can run my name right now. They gotta let me go. And they know I know that.
What you just said is rare right now because I know that a lot of times you see in things where there's a lot of profiling that happens, and once you have a jacket, once there's a record out there,
Yeah.
like that's what you're looked at.
Don't
as.
get
And
no
you hear
record.
that a lot.
Young kids don't
and I
get
get
no
grief
record.
from both sides when I say this, but like a lot of things that have happened,
good.
there's been a lot of like victim blaming. Like they go back before the incident and they try to look at the
they
person prior to,
They keep all of
and
it.
they look right and
They look at
it
your
just
family.
completely casts a shadow right past the incident that took place on the ground right then.
Yeah, it's victim blame, but it's also victim. It's shifting the blame from the perpetrator to the victim.
Right.
So
And another thing,
it doesn't matter if someone actually committed a crime because cops aren't supposed to shoot guilty people either.
Right. No.
And
Yeah.
the
No.
funny
That's
thing is-
They're just
that's a
as
solid
bad as the
point. That's a
person.
solid point.
Just as bad as the person
Yeah.
doing the crime.
It's just, like people should shouldn't.
This
Stop.
fear,
We
this
need to
fear
stop
that-
being so illiterate. Like,
this
just
fear
stop
that
being so dumb.
we as black people have
Wake
for
up
police,
and see what's going on.
it's deep. I mean, whenever I drive and I see a police car go past me, my
My
antennas
heart
go
get a
up.
little bit pounding. a little
That's
bit.
been
Not
going
too
on
much.
for,
Not scared, but I get a
that's
little
been
bit.
going on from my father's generation down to me. Down to, it goes on. There's a reason behind it. What's the common thread? You know, what I'm saying? Why do we fear police like that?
Because you want to know what it is? It's witchcraft that's over it too. I've heard that it's witchcraft over it too.
Or the fact
The batons are for like mental slavery to keep us in a mental slavery state of mind. And
The
so
abuse that we've seen.
being
We've seen
beaten
we've
and
seen
all
the
that.
abuse.
Someone told me
Decades
this.
of
I know a
abuse.
lot of answers to a lot of these
You know what I mean?
The
questions.
history of policing in America, in the South, it was slave catching. In the North, it was protecting private property of rich people. So it's always been property over people. So when they were catching slaves, that was property. when they were protecting rich people's buildings and their stuff, it was protecting property. It's always been
like security guards.
Yeah, they've always been a private security for the moneyed class. You know? So it's never been about protecting or serving.
It's never been about protecting.
It's never been about that.
We don't even know what that means, protecting us. I don't even know what that means.
I've never once felt safe.
I've never felt protected.
Let me ask all three of you. Would you feel safer, and I genuinely want to know, would you feel safer if there was no police?
Yeah. I kind of do already.
I would feel 75% much safer in the world
protection anyway.
without police.
Okay.
We kind of like police our own communities. You know,
we
don't come to them for any.
What about for you? Like, I know as men, it's different. And I mean this because as men, it is different. I think that women are targeted much more than men when it comes to crimes in the street for things that are.
A cop is not going to prevent a crime, though.
Yeah. Right. Well, you would hope that if there was, and that's what people say. If there's
always come
enough,
after.
Find one.
They always come after.
And if you're
have you ever noticed that? Shootings happen. They come
that
after.
Are targeted like sexual violence.
They're never there on time.
98% of those crimes go unsolved.
And
they're never there when you need them.
She just said, I've known situations where there's domestic violence in the house,
right?
And the woman, she feels that the last thing she's gonna do is call the police.
The last thing she would do is call the police.
She knows that
auntie was going through some.
I'm trying to tell you,
crap like
what does that say? That she's actually in an abusive relationship, but she feels the last thing she's gonna do is call police on her man.
Is that because she feels the retaliation from the man because
she just
whatever whatever happened isn't going to be?
Are going to take the side of the abuser rather than.
Not only that, the fact that the guy, she knows that police and the history of police on black men.
She knows the history of police on black men.
That's almost like a death sentence.
If she calls the police on her husband and he's a black man and she's a black woman, she knows in her head, damn, the police are gonna have it out for him. He's not gonna come. He's just not gonna. He's not a problem solver, basically. You know,
that's why he's not.
If the situation was bad enough that she needed to call the police, though, is that fear justified?
It's gone. Sometimes it has to be extreme measures.
Right.
You know, it's something that's really extreme for us to want to say, you know, I have to go to cops.
So you guys
like 3/4 of the time
I've literally seen
get called. It's actually not by the person who's getting abused. It's usually by like
someone that's watching or hearing.
On social media, I literally seen a video where a woman, she was going through abuse with her husband, a black woman and a black man. He literally, she had the police there in her house. They were trying to get her to change the locks on her door. They weren't really helping her with much. The husband that was beating on her, doing whatever, he walks up to the house, opens the door while the 2 police officers were in the house, and she was in there talking to them, shoots the police officers and shoots her. Probably kills the woman. They didn't post anything after that. I don't know if she's alive or dead.
So basically, it made the bad situation worse.
They made the situation worse, and it didn't help the situation.
It's a bad situation already, but then you come in.
They shot him, but
that's why they don't want to call him.
She was shot. He went straight for her after shooting one. He went straight for her and just made sure she was dead. It looked like she was dead in the
video.
video.
Ever had a positive interaction with police?
No.
I mean, I've had conversations that have,
they've always been joking.
I think the only time it's positive is when you're like, oh, I didn't get a ticket that time.
Yeah,
or something like that.
One of those, jokingly,
You know, and
I've even had police roll by me and yell racial slurs.
Right, I would say
he said earlier that not all cops are bad.
I also lived a different life, and I know that I did a lot of stuff that was worthy of, like when I was like, oh man, you're brutalizing me. I was like, well, all right, I earned that one.
Some cops are justified.
That's for me and what I did.
Some,
but that's not a generalized statement.
I say 19%.
Okay.
Of cops are justifiable.
Statistics are tough though, man, because you can make a statistic up on the spot.
Yeah.
But for real though, I think what you're saying is valid, and I think that there's a stigma that goes along with it, right? Like with police interaction and I think that's like one of the guys I was talking to a couple weeks ago was talking about beat cops, like your general cops, the enforcers as he called them, and then you got detectives, and he's like the detectives are the ones that are actually out solving crimes that are the valid players in the game. Those are the ones that we need to.
Those are the ones doing forensics and everything.
When you look at Texas, the way he's gonna approach a crime involving a black woman or a black dude and a white woman, it's completely different.
Yes, absolutely.
If a white woman get killed or some crime happened to her, that's priority.
Could you imagine if
it is different? It's sad to say. It's sad to say, but
Wright was white, or could you imagine if Adam
or white child was
white? If I was white, I would be happy about that.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be completely different from how he's going to approach a black child missing. Or these are just facts. It's very inconvenient facts.
But I'm not. I'm black.
But this is why it bleeds throughout the entire law enforcement.
What do you say to people that argue that? Like, not to them, but in general? If
they can argue all they want. We know our experience, though. Our experience is legit.
Police.
Our experience with them over the years has proved us right that, you know what?
Right.
they almost like an enemy to us, man.
Okay.
You know
Oh
what I
my
mean?
God.
That thing is small.
You know,
Can I just
That's the dog from Men in Black. I know
That
it is.
dog is so small.
it's very unfortunate, but
I wish you guys let me put you on camera.
Yeah,
'cause I
we
think
can't
this
get
conversation
distracted by
is
stuff
100%
like
valid,
that.
man. Like it's powerful. That I like hearing the viewpoints that you have, especially coming from like, you know, you've lived overseas and you've seen it from different sides.
I've
seen a lot of
police
it.
in the UK. You can film me.
Okay, I
The
appreciate
police in
that.
the UK.
'Cause I feel weird just filming myself the whole time.
They're no different. You know, only difference is that they just don't have guns.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So, but they do have armed
They
police
have,
over there, right?
well, so we had what they call the IRA, the Irish Republican Army.
Okay.
So that's a terrorist, well, so-called terrorist organization. I call them freedom fighters, as far as I'm concerned. But because they were fighting oppression.
Right.
But you had an armed unit of police officers that dealt with that terrorist threats.
Are those what do they call this? The black and tans? Is that?
No, the IRA.
No, that's the Irish Republican.
Irish Republican.
But the ones that are dealing with them, like the British.
Yeah. So I forget their particular unit, what they're called, but they're armed anyway. You have you have an armed specific group of officers.
See, that's
but
what
the
we
regular so-called Bobby on the street,
Sure.
he doesn't carry a gun.
I'm so glad you said Bobby. I was waiting for that
There's
word to
a
get
lot of
dropped.
Bobbies
I was
out
really
here
hoping that would get dropped.
in the U.S. streets, there's a lot of Bobbies, like he says, that got guns. That shouldn't have guns. We should only have, it should be like
You know
the
what?
UK did.
There's a video. There's a video, right?
We should have
Everybody should go look up.
specific group of people
Everybody should look
that
at this
carry
video
guns
on
and do
YouTube.
killings and whatever, you
This
know?
video was UK police. Where they were called to a guy with a machete.
Okay.
Armed guy with a machete in the UK. This is, I think, somewhere in London. This happened.
That doesn't surprise me because I went to Elephant Castle. They said they would cut your head off there at
Listen,
night.
it was on
Be
YouTube.
careful.
Yeah, they surrounded this guy,
Yeah.
disarmed him, no guns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No guns. In fact, they was able to disarm him and arrest him.
Right. The complete opposite event just happened in Seattle a little while back, where there's a man with a knife who had cut himself, and this is an indicator. He cut himself, and then the police cornered him. 2 officers opened fire and killed him.
Yeah.
And the issue that I feel personally, and I keep saying it, is that when they talk about, you know, abolishing the police and defunding the police, my whole thought is that, like, if we could take those funds and reallocate them into
Yeah,
programs
that's what this funding
that
is
needs to be,
about.
people that have mental disorders are a huge part of what happens in street violence.
That's
People
what
with drug
defunding the
addiction.
police is all about.
And there's not enough like flight programs that people are out there where it's like a 2-to-1, like two negotiators, if you will, that'll be able to go out on a call with the police officer that might be there to protect them while they do the job that needs to be done to help talk someone away from committing a crime. And then if it does happen, then there's someone there to, you know, enforce. But when you have excessive amounts of force, I think that's where, and I've said it so many times, that like we don't have.
I quite frankly think a lot of these officers are cowards.
Martial law.
They're cowards because the first reaction, the first thing they think of is
Security
is just
guards that got
riddling the person with bullets. That's the first thing they think
This
of.
is the thing. Like,
Do you mind being on camera, by the way?
Regular
Yeah, no.
civilians that-
Okay.
If you are scared of a 13-year-old boy,
Yeah.
if you're scared of a large black man with a fake $20 bill, if you are scared of
Black man with some Skittles.
a black man with some Skittles, if you're scared of a kid walking down the street, if you're scared of a kid playing in a park, then you should not be a police officer. If you're mortally afraid of someone like
And
that,
a lot of them are
you
afraid.
should not be a police officer.
They get scarred
They-
from
it's-
from killing people, and I see it. I watch police videos of them doing all this kind of crazy stuff, even good stuff. You know, I study the police because I want to know what I have out there against me. Because obviously the police aren't for me. I feel like they're kind of against me and my race. You
They
know,
are
so
because the color of your skin is
because the
weapon.
color of my skin,
It's a
and
weapon.
that's it. And I know that how powerful it is. So I have
Go
to keep
deep,
that in
go
my
deeper
mind.
into that. That's something.
So this
okay.
is the thing, like, I go to protests and I started straightening my hair because police treat me differently.
Really?
As a member of the press, they treat me differently when my hair is straight than when
What
it's
nationality
naturally
are you? If you don't
I'm
mind me
mixed.
asking.
I'm
You
mixed.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom's Jewish, my dad is black.
Okay.
So my hair is really naturally curly. And I go to protests and I get batons in my chest, move back, I'm pressed, move back. But like tonight, my hair is all nice and silky, and they're like, "Oh, we're just trying to protect you, man."
Okay.
You know, so
Way to floss it, by the way. Well done. Well done.
it's code switching. It's like if you have a closer proximity to whiteness, then you're seen as less of a threat.
Is there a time that comes up where you think that maybe it was like my hair had a little kink to it? That officer put his stick aggressively in my chest, and the next night you do straighten it out, but it's a different officer.
I've seen the same officer.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. Okay.
Like officers at Echo Park Rising,
Right.
the same officers that were pushing me.
When they did
the
the sweep?
same ones that were like, we just want to protect you today, man.
Oh,
I kid
okay.
you not. I kid you not.
Wow.
So it's
Do you think they recognized you at all?
I mean, obviously they didn't recognize me enough.
Not enough to.
Not enough.
The script changed.
People don't recognize. People that I've been out here in the streets with for the last year, they were like, oh, you barely recognize your
Especially with the
hair.
mask
Wow.
and everything.
Especially with a mask, you know.
Right.
So it's a proximity to whiteness.
Okay.
The closer you are to being a white, to presenting as white, the less of a threat that you're seeing, because that inherent bias is so baked in, just not just to police, but just to society.
Yeah.
Society, and police are obviously a reflection of the society that we live in. And unfortunately, unlike a place like Germany or like Rwanda, you know, these places that had these horrible ethnic cleansing,
Yeah.
we never had any truth or reconciliation. We never had any restorative justice. We just kind of just said, oh, well, you guys are freed now, so everything's cool, right?
Yeah.
They didn't give us the boots. We had to find some boots and put the boots on and find laces to the boots.
We have never come to terms.
And strap them up ourselves with no training.
We have never come to terms with the legacy, the brutal legacy of what bringing an entire population of people over here against their will has done.
And you see that a lot in the UK, because I know that the time that I spent in London, there was the immigration over there. There's a massive amount of immigrants that are in the UK, and they definitely are. There's boroughs. There's like I was saying, Elephant and Castle. I went to go there at night. Actually, I was going to go to Ministry of Sound, and they were like,
I went to Union and everything.
"Don't go late." But let me ask you guys this: do you feel like we're moving in the direction of progress?
No.
Like based off where we were to where we are today.
Oh, hell no.
I don't.
I feel like it's only getting worse.
Oh, if anything,
And it's gonna get worse.
it-
But
it-
you gotta put your boots on and lace them up and be ready. You know,
And
the
it's-
stronger you are,
and
the
it's
better
people
it
such
could
as
be.
yourself. I mean, it's unfortunately the only way that this is going to change is if white people step up. You know,
Okay.
the ones that, because police officers, the people in power are white, majority white. You know, so it's like we can scream, we can protest, we can do whatever we want for as long as we want, but it's not really going to fundamentally change anything.
Right.
It's only when white people step up and say, "Hey, wait, we need to actually change this." You know?
One of
And
Not
you know,
the
if I can
KKK,
piggyback off of that as well, you know what I find interesting? That's been happening how many years?
Yeah,
That's nothing new to us. We've seen that shit go on for
Millennium.
for years.
Right.
That wasn't anything new to us. Yeah, okay, yeah, you had it on video, but we've seen worse than that. I've seen worse than
How do you feel when you see officers of color that are on like the police line getting attacked and called, like, I've seen them called the worst things that you could possibly call?
they chose
knew
that
what it
job.
was.
You know,
They
but
chose that
do
job.
knew
Do you
what it
think
was
that
when they signed
but
up.
let me ask you this though, and I want to know, like, we have a lot of old white men, like you said, on the police force, and it's understandable because at the time when they got into the job 20, 30 years ago, it was a stable job, good benefits, all the trappings. And I'm sure that in many places there was guys that were like, I finally get my billy club and my gun, I can finally do some damage. You know, I can go out there.
I can finally be the bully.
I can go rampart, whatever. Yeah.
Instead of being the person
Right.
who's the bully.
But those guys are getting close to retirement and leaving. But you have younger individuals, younger black.
Playing
They were
Call
still
of Duty
taught. They were still
for
taught
the
and
past-
brought up.
Right,
from
but I'm
those
talking,
that
but
are
men of
retired.
color, women of color, like people that are going to come in with a different mindset and a different ideology and ethos that I would
might
think.
have-
It's the reason why racism wasn't solved when Obama became
Exactly.
elected. You know,
Okay.
it's like one person of color is not going to solve an entire.
No, they
But-
might
but
have,
as we
they might
move-
have, they might have came in with the mindset, you know, I want to be different. I want to erect change or somewhat. But once they get to be part of that system, it's almost like you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and there's a reason why there's no whistleblower cops, because they all get fired. You know what I mean?
I mean, when
Okay.
your commanding officer says you have to reach a certain number of quotas every month, certain number of arrests, don't care how you go about it.
At the end of the month.
Does it really matter if that officer?
What?
Does it matter
Those
if
police
the
on a
subordinate
rampage.
officer is black or white? He's just gonna meet that quota, isn't he?
Right.
And guess who has to catch hell for
Gotta make
that?
his quota.
A lot of times, someone like me and him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
The majority.
Oftentimes, that's just the reality. That's how reality.
They do say that the bill will always come due, and
Yeah.
that's a term that I've used I've heard used quite a bit over the course of the last like 8 months.
It's one of the reasons why. I listen.
Like, you know,
I've had.
it's not.
I've been black such a long time
Not a
that
lovely feeling.
That was interesting.
when I see police, I never say what's up to them. I never say hi. Or it's never one of those situations where, hey, how you doing, buddy? How was your day?
Right.
I just walk right past them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want any interaction with them.
After,
You have to prove to me that you're cool.
After like 2019, that's when I just started walking by cops.
No, I've been walking by them. I never say what's up to police.
You know what the worst experience
Maybe even
of my
before
life
then.
has been? Being hit on by a cop. That is the creepiest fucking experience that you get. And when they're in uniform and they use their uniform.
Has this happened during protesting?
Not during protests.
Wait.
Like when I was.
So a dude in uniform isn't a shoe-in?
No.
Oh, you shattered a whole lot of my beliefs.
I've seen videos. Man, social media has so much. I've seen videos on social media where this one guy got pulled over and he was actually with his girlfriend or his daughter or whoever, and he's like, so how old were you when this cop was messing with you? She's like, I'm 17. I was 17.
I saw that video.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw
I was
that video.
17, and the cop
Yes.
was caught red-handed.
Yes,
Bro,
I saw
what's
that
going to
video.
happen about that?
Yeah.
Like, he was over there. He's a pedophile. He was messing with this woman at a young age. You know what's going on with that?
What's your social media?
And that's not
CJTV?
okay. It's not okay.
Yeah.
Is that your IG?
Like
I'm Raina, by the way.
17,
Yeah, it's on.
17 or
Nice to
whatever.
meet you. I'm CJ.
What is it again?
And he's
CJTV?
over- and he's over the age of 21.
And that's stuff where like it doesn't matter uniform or not. Like people, you.
TV media.
That's the one.
Oh, this one right
Yeah,
here.
that doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's me.
It's not
That's
right,
me.
guys.
Follow me back, though.
I will. Yeah, absolutely.
You have to follow me back then.
Oh, absolutely. I will. I'm learning down here. The IG is a huge deal. Like
This is Raina. Raina's Miranda's wife, and she's our producer and makes all
having the
music.
best conversation down here. It's great.
She's my sister wife.
Actually, 90% came down for this guy actually, and then we never met up. So we're finally doing it now.
Oh wait, you're
yeah.
that's okay.
That's all I'm laughing. I knew. I told her, I'm like, wait till her and CJ start talking, and then fucking just happens right there, and I'm just like, look at this shit. They're gonna fucking talk all fucking night.
Oh my god, it's so funny
I'm
when
like,
you meet people
fuck,
from the
they're never
internet.
gonna shut up. Fuck, why did I tell CJ to come over here? Fuck.
Fuck up.
Like we tried to leave 45 minutes ago. This guy won't shut
I'm
up.
gonna go back and watch that conversation.
I saw this guy.
because I wanted to hear it, man. 'cause
My
it's
God,
really
Nice
cool.
meeting
thank you so much for the time, man. I
I'm gonna
appreciate
follow you
you.
on Instagram.
I'll follow you back.
TV Media.
That's the one. I'll definitely follow you
I
back.
saw this guy in Huntington Beach. All right, fam.
He's from Washington, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw
Andrew.
him. He was in Huntington Beach just last Sunday.
I was there
Oh,
with
yeah,
him.
that's
Yeah,
me.
I wasn't there with him. I saw him a couple times, man.
CJ's gonna go to Minneapolis.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just noticed a whole bunch of people.
I just
crowded
actually
him.
got the word that there was a shooting in Kenosha as well, like a mass shooting in Kenosha. I think just this evening.
No, but God, dude, it can't even stop, man.
Yeah, we have not been able to say it's been 0 days.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you,
America, 0 days since our last mass
Mass
shooting.
shooting for like the past fucking 3 weeks.
it blows my mind. And I got a deep connection to Kenosha, so like I might have to head there first and then hit the trial.
Yeah, that when he was there with the crazy shit, he tied the tourniquet on the fucking guy's arm that got blown off. He did. He had 90,000 fucking viewers watching it,
Like,
and he didn't know how to tie a tourniquet. The guy, you know, like the guy had to talk him through fucking tying.
Man, it quick moment, man. But yeah,
Quick moment, yeah.
it was definitely a scary
Like,
moment.
What do you post mostly on Twitter or what?
Okay.
I was terrified.
I've had to deal with it. It took me. I've had to deal with it.
No,
Yeah.
I knew it.
That's the
I
thing-
think
that's
I
the
told
thing
you on the stream. I was like, bro, you're gonna need some time, bro. Like
I took a
that's
while
some
off work.
serious
'Cause
shit,
I work
bro.
at 9 to 5, and I was just like, I can't.
Bro, that's
Yeah.
war, bro. You saw an arm hanging off, bro. You had to probably tourniquet in a fucking gnarly.
Well, it wasn't even just that. Like I saw Huber get shot in the chest.
Yeah,
and he killed
yeah,
him,
you
and I
were
was
right
like,
there.
he just shot him in the stomach, and then he shot Gage, and then he got up and just started shooting the ground all around me, and I just kind of shut my eyes. And
I
was
know.
Like,
I was like, dude, I was terrified because I was watching, and I was like, bro, it
Yeah.
might be time to run.
What do you? Is this on Twitter you post or?
I don't do a lot with Twitter, man. Honestly, and you guys all know, I'm not the best with engaging on like all the different social platforms. I love going live and having these conversations and engaging in like the voices in the moment. But I've got a team that you guys are amazing. That back up support for IG, Twitter. You know, we're trying to do more on it, but mostly it's Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and that's where we like focus the live feeds because it's more interactive, and that's really what I try to do is give people an interactive, you know, an anthropological view of the world around them, and give them an opportunity to engage in things that are happening and not feel like they're getting regurgitated news, you know, the following day. Like the conversation we're having right now with all of us, I think I would much rather do that than get umbrellas in my face, honestly. Like, and that's what would happen.
You that put the umbrella in your face?
No, not yet, not this time around.
Okay.
Which trust me, it probably
No,
would have.
because you know what it is. It's because people, when they don't see a familiar face,
Right.
you know what I mean? Because you've had some.
It's exactly what I said to Rocky. I was across
Yeah.
the street and I was like, man, it looked, like you said, it looks very tribal. I'm like, This group looks very tight knit. I'm not trying to walk in.
It only became somewhat tribal, quote unquote, when you had a lot of instigators coming around and posting shit and distorting the narrative.
Do you find that a lot down here?
That's been happening quite.
Bro, I had umbrellas in my face too, bro, when I first started.
Yeah. That's what Rocky was saying. Was that they came down here and just destroyed everything?
Yeah, they were here yesterday. They desecrated the whole video, everything.
That's next level psychology.
And I was gonna say that's just grime on a deep level.
You got a cam skin? Is that what you have on there? That red part? On the camera, or is the camera actually red?
Yeah, it's red, yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Dude, I just saw this fucking sick camera skin shit that like makes it, you can have like red, white, like all this shit. I don't know, it looks super sick though. I was like, maybe we should just do all our company shit.
He's got camera envy, bro.
I add another 5 pounds to my camera.
Yeah, right? I was talking to these guys over here about their rig, and I was like, man, I just try to keep it as light and streamlined as possible. And usually I strap it to my neck so that if I have to run or something, I can just drop it.
You
and
gonna
go.
go to LAX tomorrow?
Yeah, I fly out at 1:45.
1:45?
Yeah.
Okay, well, hit me up because why don't you come by the HQ before? Because I'm right by LAX.
Okay, I can do it.
All right, so that'll be perfect.
Well, we'll definitely do that. Absolutely.
All right, cool. Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rocky.
I've been trying, like you guys, I was gonna meet up with you guys down in real fast. Real pleasure, bro. What was your name again?
Steven,
man. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I really do appreciate it, bro.
Anytime.
And I'll follow you back on IG, man, and we can keep up, all right?
No doubt.
Yeah, but yeah, the Huntington Beach came down, and I was like,
All right, see you later. I'm about to head out.
yeah, I'll definitely talk to you tomorrow, man. All right.
It was nice meeting you.
Likewise. Take care. So, you guys, sorry about the not following comments there. So it's dying down, like I said, and I'm just gonna kind of chill out over here and be a part of the process over here. We'll see what's going on. It's just a vigil at this point,
It is our duty to fight for freedom. It is our duty to win.
Sorry, guys, 1 second.
We must love and protect one another.
So there was a shooting. Yeah, that was a good conversation. Really good conversation.
It is our duty to fight for freedom.
I'm gonna slide over here.
It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love and protect one another. We must love and protect one another. We have nothing to lose but our change. We have nothing to lose but our
No, well, I mean, he said that shit to me as well, and I don't take that shit lightly either. It takes a lot, for future to come to that. But
Yeah, I mean that's a tough question. Like I said, if there's no police, what do we do? What's the solution? So. Excuse me. Pardon me. So this is the memorial. I guess someone came through and destroyed this the other day, which is terrible, man. Like this is actually really compelling. It's pretty beautiful the way they've got it set up here. Like you said, like no matter what your thoughts are on what happened, guys, like when a human life is lost, people need to grieve. You need an opportunity to go ahead and process that loss, and it doesn't, deserve the disservice of having people with hate for any reason come through and, commit that type of like I said, it's just grimy, guys. It's just grimy.
All right.
Like I said, this is basically about a police brutality. They're talking about the two people that were shot here recently within the last week and a half. So yeah, like I said, this is the memorial. This is where it all started tonight. People were marching from here and made their way out, stayed peaceful, and but sorry, man, I'm just listening to what's going on. Yeah, man, like I said, the loss of a human life is terrible no matter what. and it's really sad to see the people aren't allowed to grieve. You know what I mean? And they deserve that right, no matter what the situation. Everyone deserves the right to process their loss in a way that is going to help them be able to get through it. You know, we've all experienced loss in some way, shape, or form, and I've always wanted to be able to like process my pain. You know, so I know I'm just talking at you guys right now, but everything's kind of dying down. People are kind of going home, so I just want to take a minute to talk to you. So what happened in Kenosha, guys? The unconfirmed report: 8 shot, 6 critical condition, 2 dead. Rapid gunfire. What was the cause of the shooting though? What happened? I appreciate CL. Thank you for that. Like I said, I'm just here to ask questions, guys, and get a better understanding of what's going on myself. And I truly want to hear ideas. I want to hear thoughts. I want to hear, ideology, concept, and ethos that'll take us in the right direction. So there's a shooting at a nightclub. It's terrible. Man, Space Frog, you said it right. When it rains, it pours. Man, that's so terrible. In Kenosha, Tracy 3, yeah, Rad Wizard apparently, yeah. Troy, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, peaceful protests are beautiful, man. Like when people can come out and protest and express. Here's something that I need to make very clear about. When I was that I almost just fell off a damn statue. Is that when people come out to protest, whether you like how they do it or not, whether you like what they're protesting. Mike Cole, thank you again for that. Thank you so much over on YouTube for that donation. I appreciate it. The thing about the protest is that it's drawing attention to something. You know what I mean? And that's what's important. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you guys, like, I was having issues. I started letting myself hear a lot of rhetoric that was sinking in, and I found myself being very kind of like anti-protest for a little while. Not anti-protest, but I had forgotten some of the reasons behind it. And it took a conversation with an incredibly intelligent young man down in Sacramento to remind me that, like, there's still issues that need to be addressed, and there's still things that need to be dealt with. There's still problems that need to be talked about. And if we stop protesting or doing what we can to draw attention to those things.
Some more bad news.
Sorry, they said they don't want to bring. Then how are we going to know what's going on? I mean, major media, that's not going to happen. So.
Okay, so there's people that do want to stay here and hold space, and I agree that that's something we could do as well. And so please, if you are comfortable staying, please stay. We're gonna stay. But I wanted to bring some attention to what just happened. The East LA sheriffs, they just shot someone. The details are not clear yet. I haven't looked at it.
So the East LA sheriffs just shot somebody apparently.
But I'm just honestly, I don't even know what you think right now. There's so much hate right now, and our main priority is keeping people safe. But these things continue to happen literally as we're standing here, as we're sitting here right now, mourning the deaths of children. We hear another shooting from the East LA banditos, because they're gangs. And while we wait for those details, we're going to continue to hold space here. Other folks are going to continue to stay here. We'll stay here, but please stay vigilant as well. Eyes and ears open.
That car sounded like it was going to take off to outer space or some shit.
And can we please have a moment of silence for whoever was just shot in East LA? Everyone, a moment of silence for whoever was just shot in East LA with the East LA bandito sheriffs.
how to do this. And I'm sorry that we have to do that. That's how our country is. The system, the hate, the white supremacy, the fear, because they know that people are here, that people are standing up. I appreciate every one of you here. And I think I know that those families affected by all this. Thank you so. Thank you everyone.
Man, so yeah. So it sounds like sorry. Sorry, hey, if it pauses for a second, I apologize. I'm just trying to check the feed here real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna cut out here. I don't want to step in these flowers here. But it's see if there's any more police. Oh, man, I tweaked my knee a little bit, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna cut out here. I think that, like I said, they're pretty much dying down now. Oh, there was a policeman back here. He shot by, and he, you know, anytime they just rev it up. So, yeah, I'm gonna kind of. I got a million and one thoughts going on right now. First of all, I want to thank everyone for tuning in for a little bit here. It's kind of an unexpected feed. If there's any question, I'm pretty sure he won that fight right there. Won him, Scooter 0. Game. But yeah, so thank you guys for jumping in here with me. It's been a crazy week. It's been an interesting week, I'll say that. Not one that I was expecting either way, but man, I got my head's just kind of spun up about the shooting in Kenosha. It's terrible, man. And I'm trying to play my next steps as how I'm going to make this work. But Mike Holt, thank you again for the contributions on YouTube. That helps a lot, and especially for me to be able to get to places like California here, and then get back to Washington, and then over to Minneapolis, and then back to wherever else we end up. So, which is going to be as many places as possible as hopefully, we're able to do that as best we can. What's up, my guy? How are you? So, what's up? It's a vigil for Dante Wright and the other young man that was shot down, Adam Toledo, if I'm saying his name properly. So it was just a candlelit vigil, and then they kind of did a march and then came back.
Cool.
So,
Take a walk down.
Yeah, man, check it out. It's pretty chill, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Hey, you too. All right, thanks, man. Was it? Yeah, I do a live stream show. CJ TV. Yeah, jump in, man. Check me out. You can hop on live right now, actually.
Shit, what's going on, people? It's Dre Leroy from Brooklyn, New York. I'm out here in Cali living, feel me? So, matter of fact, I gotta show a little face, you know?
There he is.
They go to face right
Look
there.
Look at this handsome young man right here. Killing it.
Right now.
He should.
Right
He's
now.
looking good. Look at him, man. He's doing his thing.
Appreciate
What are you doing here from New York? What's going on?
I'm a recorder artist and a songwriter, so, you know,
Okay.
come out here, get some work done, meet a few people. I met you today, so why
There
not,
it is, right?
you know?
Where can people find your music?
On all streaming platforms, and my Instagram, Twitter, all my name is the same as Dre Leroy _ DRELEROY _ You can
There you
find
go.
my music on anything. All
Go
the
check
streaming
him out, y'all.
platforms. Check me out. I appreciate the love. Appreciate
Hey,
meeting
my man.
you too.
Thank you, man. Come find me on IG. Hit me up. I'll follow you. Follow me back.
Follow you back right now.
Yeah, do it right now. I love that IG down here, man. California, like I'm from Seattle, and so like, you know, I get down here and it's like everyone's, what's your IG? What's your IG? I'm like, all right.
Nah, I'm like that too, and then I'm still like, you know, depending on building content wise, I'll, you know, exchange information and all that too. IG is always the first thing I think of. I mean, what's your IG?
CJ TV Media, and then I'm on all streaming platforms, well, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. You'll see it. It's a guy that looks a lot like me.
Yeah, I just followed you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Well, it'll
okay.
pop up once I get done doing this. I'll be able to go in there and follow you back.
Pleasure meeting you.
My guy, take care. I'll be looking for your music. All right, take care. That's cool, man. Meet new people every day, all day. So like I said, the travel was unexpected, but we made it, and so we're trying to get. I'm gonna try to get out to, you know, out to the Midwest here, and I will be definitely when I get back to the house tonight. I'll be checking out what's going on in Kenosha. I'm meeting up with Rocky tomorrow. Like I said, my guy, the guy that I'm talking about, I've never met him in person before, but he was the one that was having a confrontation with the guy when I first got here. Not Antifa. He's a film producer, and they just won an award in Cleveland tonight for, I want to say, Camp Breathe. I'll go ahead and post it up when I get home. But he's doing, well, I can't really tell you what he's doing, but I'm going to be meeting up with him while I'm down here tomorrow to talk about some things that he's got going, and hopefully I'll be able to expound upon that soon. What's up? You know me? What's up? This is where things get crazy.
I know you.
Do you?
You do. Oh my god. Holy crap.
What's up?
I'm so lost right now.
So I don't really know the area too well, so
Holy
I couldn't even
crap.
guide you in the right direction.
I met you in Portland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we protested together.
Holy crap.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Yeah, for Black Lives Matter.
There it is.
Yeah,
What's going on?
Yeah, you were a rock star for them. Yeah, so thank you back then.
You know, I've been out there covering things from the jump, you know?
Yeah, so tell me, you're not, you haven't sided with the racists, have you?
I don't side with anything.
Okay, please
I do
don't
my
tell me
best to give
that.
everybody here the opportunity to go ahead and be as educated with what's happening as possible, and really
Gotcha.
be genuinely authentic to their feelings.
You must be live right now.
I am.
Okay. I can tell whenever people are live because they talk to me.
Yeah.
So
It's very official talk.
right. So are you here because you're aware of what's going on here?
I came down to cover the events last Sunday in Huntington Beach.
Right.
That rally they had there where the
Right,
Klan was
right.
advertising.
Right, yeah.
And then I just kind of stuck around because I had a buddy who works kind of in the film industry, and he landed a
Right.
gig, and I ended up working on a set for a video shoot for a couple days. So
Right.
it was fun. But
Sweet. But and then you heard about this?
well, there's a guy down here. He runs a production company, and they're doing. Well, I can't get into details of what he's doing, but we met up here, and then we're gonna meet up tomorrow and talk about some stuff that he's got going. So forward planning stuff. So.
Okay. Well, this was our protest. You know that, right?
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah,
this is beautiful.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was
And,
awesome.
I
So
think
okay, so here's what happened. So 2 nights ago, I came to the memorial.
Okay. Do you mind being on film? I'd love to hear what happened. I'm sure they would love to hear it too. You don't have to be. It's okay.
If you don't mind.
It's no problem. They're used to looking at my face. It's okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, and especially with names and stuff. Like,
Totally okay.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely understand. Trust me, I very much understand. Yeah.
So I we peaceful memorial, blah blah blah. Then I go to leave. I make to turn a right, and then I see the flowers from the memorial in the garbage.
Okay.
And so I'm like, that was quick, like street cleaning or whatever. You know, like that's weird. So I grabbed all the flowers from the garbage, put them in my bag's thing.
Yeah.
I go home, and then the next morning I wake up, find out that a bunch of racist, white supremacist people had destroyed the
Broke all the
memorial.
candles, and
Yes.
that's what I heard too.
Yeah, and so then okay, now not only that, but there's another streamer that called my name, used my name when I have never approached this guy. Like, except for on his stream when he chases my friends, I'm like, stop following us. You know, like, stop it.
Yeah.
And so he used my full name.
Okay.
So I have that screen recorded. So anyway, so then I find out that they destroyed that thing, and I brought back the flowers tonight to come to this memorial. And like,
It was beautiful.
yeah, it was a
really
beautiful
good.
thing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But I heard that there was threats made too. Like I was talking to the gentleman that I met up with here, Rocky, and he was saying that like on camera these guys were like saying like, man, if it weren't for the police being here, we'd have 50 more people here with guns, and we would mow all of you down or shoot you all. And
oh yeah,
the way he was saying it, it became very like
And this-
hyper aggressive.
and that's just what's on camera. These guys come out of the shadows.
Right.
You don't understand.
Is there a lot of white supremacists that come out in this area? Do you find a lot of like
Not in this
hate-driven
area.
individuals that come through in this area?
Not in this area because
Okay.
Because this is LA and everyone's more inclusive.
Sure.
Because what it is it's people not understanding each other.
Right.
And they're just not. They already have pre-hatred that comes
Yeah.
from their parents. A lot of them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I
And so-
totally understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I actually spoke tonight, and I said, I've never spoken before. And
How'd it feel?
And I've been marching, and I was in Washington D.C.
Okay.
We said hi.
I think we passed ships in the night there. Yeah.
Yeah. But so yeah. So what was your sorry?
How did it feel? How did it feel? I mean, being involved
Sorry, I'm
with oh, you're fine. I'm with you. But being involved with a lot of the protests and being there, but then getting a chance to actually be with an amplified voice. How did it feel? Do you feel like you had more to say, or do you feel like
It's a touchy situation
right?
when you speak because not only like I consider myself a white ally to Black and Brown lives.
Okay.
And so not only are you walking a fine line because everyone is at different points in their protest of their own lives.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
So there, before my experience in Portland, where we had the guy with the clown mask come out.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
No, I remember. Actually, no, I don't remember the guy with the clown mask.
Well,
but I thought you were going to talk about another dude that came out that terrified me. But
No, this happened to me and a group of us outside of the 1st precinct. We were just standing there.
okay.
And I had just got in my car. Sorry, maybe I should.
You're fine.
But
They watched the whole thing. I mean,
whatever. So
yeah.
So I just got in my car, and I'm not.
Nope, just me.
I was walking back to the group of protesters, and there was a guy in a clown mask walking towards me, and I'm like, try to say hi because you make eye contact, make sure you know that.
You try to say hi to a clown? Bad idea. Right off the
it
bat.
was
Clowns are
just like-
terrifying no matter what.
Right, and plus it was strange.
Where's the McDonald's runner?
McDonald's?
Yeah, you know?
Uh,
Did you order on it?
I mean, I've seen him. I couldn't tell you where it's at though,
Okay,
but
thank you.
you got it, man. There's Leroy, my guy.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You got it. I just met that guy earlier.
Yeah, and so I don't know what I'm saying.
You're talking about the clown mask, the dude coming at you in Portland.
Oh no, he literally just walking, just.
Okay.
And I tried to say hi, and he didn't say anything, pissed off. So then I go to the group, and the group is all looking at me, going, "What did that guy say to you?" And I'm like, "He wouldn't say hi. I thought it was strange."
Yeah.
They're like, "Well, this is what he just did. He came up from out of bushes, with a gun, held it to a 17-year-old kid's head, and said, "This is for my present." Yes. So 2 other people also had
Guns, yeah.
and said, "Drop it in your head." That's when the guy walked towards me. So
Wow, that's a
So-
crazy
so
standoff there.
So that's like that stuff that was happening that you don't hear about in the media. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so I don't fear the police because I know everything I do is in the right, actually. There's nothing that I can be arrested for. So
Fair play. Fair play.
it's like, I mean, I may say some words to them, but that's because I'm angry, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I'm pissed. I'm pissed off that they destroyed the thing last night.
That is terrible. I talked about that on the stream earlier. I was like, man, it doesn't matter if you agree with or don't agree with a protest or whatever. Like a memorial is a memorial, you know, and it's
Yeah.
people's way of, you know, of mourning, and you
Right.
don't just go and like piss on a grave type thing. It's just not. It's grimy on the deepest level.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Let me do this for you. The Sorry, I'll be back on in just 1 second, guys. Bear with me. Do more research on what's happening, and I'll be right back, or something. All right, we're back, guys. Sorry. You know, I respect people's privacy, and my friend here, like I said, we've crossed paths several times, like in Portland and DC, like from the very beginning when I was filming stuff from the very jump. So, oh shit, ooh. I mean, nervous, man. Got a scooter crew coming through. So he almost got mowed down. These scooters down here run smooth and fast. So Jeremy, oh man, is Jeremy in here? If Jeremy's in here, what's up, man? Oh dude, I'm sorry I didn't call you before I came out. Sorry I didn't call you. Yeah, but I said do some research. I meant on what's going on in Kenosha, because I definitely want to get some more info on that when I get a chance. It's crazy, man. We're walking over the Hollywood squares right now, or Hollywood stars right now. Squares, stars. Well, there's stars in a square, so I'm right both times. Yeah, hey, Jeremy, if you're in here, you can definitely follow his channel. I'm sure he already posted a link up here, but if not, post it. Sorry, I'm trying to read comments at the same time. Location. So it's at the Somers house, and it's a bar incident, mass casualty shooting. CPR in progress inside, multiple victims. Multiple roads have been closed. Police have detained a person of interest. It's terrible. You don't hear anything. Oh, you do now. Yeah, you're good. You're good. I had it muted for a minute there. But you're back now, so it's good. He does know you, Jeremy. Yeah, I know Jeremy. I know him well now. I know him well. Like, again, that's the dude who we crossed like ships in the night. Jeremy, there he is. I love you, bro. Good dude. We kept crossing paths, and then finally, over Huntington, we finally had a chance to break bread together. And now we're as thick as they get. How you doing? So so yeah, if you guys want to follow him too, that'd be great. And yeah, that's great. Killed her, confirmed sex trafficker. Attorneys. Okay, Kenosha's happening because a 19-year-old girl killed her confirmed sex trafficker. Confirmed by the city attorney's office, and they're attempting to convict her of murder. I heard it was at a club though. I don't know, that's all very confusing. Oh shoot, I'm on Hollywood Boulevard right now. Looking down at the stars right now, y'all. People moving fast. I don't know which way I should go. I'm gonna walk this way. So this all happened to cover that up. That seems, and I honestly, I don't know. I can't say one way or another. Because I have no idea. Where's the opera? It's down here. Here's the Pantages over here, y'all. I'll show you that real quick. It's the Pantages Theater here, where they're rocking out Hamilton. I'm not gonna lie, man. My sister showed me the Hamilton, and that soundtrack's pretty legit. It's proper. Getting it. It's beautiful. He was playing a recorder like I never could. Because every time I try to play Hot Cross Buns, it sounded terrible. Jeremy, love you, man. Yeah, hey, I'll give you a call here tomorrow or later tonight, all right, man? And we'll link up. I'm sorry I didn't call you before I came out, man. This is all last minute, and I totally was on the run. Vegas, bro. we gotta make that trip. Yeah, Lisa, we'll catch you later. Oh, there's your guys, Mariah Carey. I know you're looking for her. Donald Woods, Michael Bublé. Woo! So chilly out here, y'all. It's chilly. I have no idea where I parked, actually. that's gonna be tough. So you guys are asking the WYSIWYG. I personally don't know him. I did hear that that he got attacked tonight, or that he got accosted by the crowd. I don't know what happened exactly. I tell you what I might end up doing though, guys, is when I get back to my car, when I get back to the house, I might go live again and just kind of cover what's going on. If there's any boots on the ground in Kenosha, let me know. And I'll try to get on there, and if it's anybody I know, I'll try to reach out and have a conversation with them, and maybe we can get some answers about what's going down. That being said, I think I'm going the wrong way. It's quite the music. They still have music shops, yo. Look at this. It's crazy. Who knew? That's the ultimate limousine, in case you're looking for that. And I think I'm going the wrong way down Hollywood Boulevard. Is it called, what's the theater called? The Chinese Theater? Is that what it's called? I think it's that way. Hey, which way is the Chinese Theater? Is it that way? Oh, man, I'm going all the wrong way, y'all. I need a skedaddle board. You just be like, where's the looting? Someone looting somewhere? Gotta tell me if that's happening. So you said they had someone in custody right now for the shooting in Kenosha. Watching restream on Twitch. Oh, okay, back. Where you guys? I'm only seeing YouTube right now, man. Mike, thanks, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's very cool of you. Thank you very much. So yeah, if you guys would keep me posted as to what happened with the shooting out there, I'd really appreciate it. Like as far as where it's at right now, if they've got anyone else in custody or whatever's going on. Yeah, Josh, what's up, man? How are you? Where's everyone tuning in from right now? 8 more gunshots reported west of scene in Kenosha. Man, it's going crazy, man. I mean, it does upset me. It's terrible. Newport, what's up, Josh? They looting streamers? They're not looting me. Not right now, at least. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Rural Indiana. I like he made a point to say rural. What's up? Independent Manny? Sorry, it was little. Western Washington State. Suspects running southbound east on Sheridan Street wearing a red hoodie. Have suspect in gunpoint at the 1525 Sheridan Road. Oh, what's up, New Zealand? How y'all doing? We got anybody coming in from overseas right now? Say hey. So we got New Zealand. We normally have Jen coming in from Galway, Kenosha, Lillywop, Washington. That's what's up. John B's in Indiana too. Maybe you guys know each other. I'm right now. So just so you guys know where I'm at right now, I'm in Hollywood. I'm on Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles. And I just got done covering. I got here late and trying to cover the tail end of the last little bit of the candlelit vigil that was going on for Dante Wright and man, I'm gonna say the kid's name wrong. I'm not even gonna say it because I'm gonna mess it up. But someone fill it in here. Sun Valley, Texas. What's going on? But apparently it started off just candlelit vigil, made a nice peaceful march, came back, and lost. CJ, you're lost. Annette, I feel that way sometimes. What's going on in Arizona? Dante, right? Yeah, we got that. And then Adam, is it Toledo? I want to say his name right. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at a lot of names right now. So Carol Fasta says they're requesting 2 more sheriffs at the St. Catharines ER. What platforms is everyone tuning in on right now? Because I'm seeing a lot of YouTube right now, but we need to make sure we're on the spread right now. So bear with me for a second here. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing it coming up on Facebook either. All I'm seeing is YouTube. What about, would anybody over on Twitch jump in and let me know if that's happening? Because I don't know why it didn't pull up. It's only pulled up on YouTube right now. So if you guys would share the stream out to Facebook, I'd appreciate it. That's frustrating. I didn't know that we weren't on YouTube or on Facebook and Twitch. So anyway, well, YouTubers right now, I'm sure you guys are all using the television to watch, which I hear is a much more enjoyable experience. So Corey Wilson ID'd as the shooter, apparently out in dispatcher said anonymous caller claimed it was a Corey. Okay, well, the tough part about anonymous callers and situations like that is the validity of the claim. So now I just gotta find the car I drove. So okay. I tell you what, guys, I might cut out for a quick second just so I can try to come back up on all three. No, we're staying on YouTube. Forget it. That's where we're at right now. That's where we're gonna ride. Ooh, they got the Benibachi Japanese grill, trucking it up. Someone saying it's a hoax? Man, I don't think a mass shooting is gonna be a hoax, y'all. So just play it right. All I know is people down here doing the most. Cahuenga. I came in on Cahuenga. Man, watch, I'm gonna end up losing this car. It's gonna be no good. But we're down in, so like I said, we're down in Hollywood BLVD right now. What's crazy is I forget it's a Saturday night out in the city, and like, you know, the normal people are out doing normal people stuff in the normal people city. So that's what normal people do apparently. Normal people stuff. Which is pizza by the slice. Got Greco's right here doing it up. I'm trying to find some of these stars, man. Some that are actually gonna jump out at me. Thus far, I haven't seen them. Said, hey, buddy. Salam alaikum. All right. This is a pretty poppin' spot right here, though. I mean, down here in LA. Shoot, man, I'm sorry. This isn't a normal city, normal people city. Jen, you are correct. I do need to pin my phone where I park, because I know damn well when I am nowhere near where I have no idea where my car is at. I came up on a side street somewhere. I don't know. Rad Wizard, I would love to ride some roller coasters, but that's just not in the cards for this trip. Lou Costello, what? That's my dude right there. That makes me happy, because I'm a big fan of Bud Abbott and Lou Costello. I'm gonna cut down this way, because I think this is the way actually, no, I know this isn't the way I came, but I'm gonna figure we'll find something down here. Wait, Carol Fasted over on YouTube says that in Ohio there's 5 injured and 1 killed. It's crazy. Hey, anyone over here on YouTube right now, if you would do me a solid and share this out to Facebook and Twitch somehow, I'd really appreciate it. Because apparently I wasn't live on those two platforms for whatever reason. I don't know what screwed up, but I don't know. Oh, it's getting dark over here.
Remember, I was taking child therapy in
French.
I don't know what that was about. I shared your CJTV media page. Thank you, Annette. Appreciate you. You saw Cuba Gooding Jr. here? You know you haven't seen Cuba Gooding Jr. in? A movie. Man, that poor dude has gone straight to DVD too many times now, man. Him and Val Kilmer. Then I saw him and Val Kilmer in a straight to DVD movie together. Broke my heart. Because both those cats can act. I'll be your Huckleberry. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Thank you very much, Josh. Appreciate you. So here's the thing. I know that I was on Irvine. Oh wait, there's the CNN building. Okay, I knew I was dipping up. I think I was on Irvine and hey Bert, good night, man. Take care. Josh, again, appreciate you sharing. Mike, ain't nobody gonna mug me. I wish somebody would. No, I really don't actually. Any muggers that heard that, don't do it. Legit, actually, I looked one way and I thought I was going, oh, damn. I set myself up for that one. Ooh, it's kind of cool back here. Check it out. Still have no clue where I parked that car. I'm full on lost. We might just do a tour of LA via scooter here in a second. Because, I don't know where my car is at all. So I'm gonna get up to this block and we're gonna take another look. We'll figure it out. Oh, that's why. It's towel. That's what's going on. Something like that. How we're doing it.
Jewelry district, but the place that I parked is right next to that.
Everyone over here is picking up their valeted cars. I'm thinking right now I should have valeted my car, but I don't do valet because I don't live that valet life. Steph, I don't know what Steph said she was gonna do, but obviously I need my squad to save me because if it weren't for you guys, I'd be lost every day. Man, I am lost. Just walking around confused. So what the hell did I need to reverse engineer where I was at to where I'm going and do that. Where was I? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull up my other phone real quick. We're gonna figure it out together. Eventually. I don't have a clue where I'm at. All right, 1 second here, y'all. Bear with me. I know I had it on maps here, and on my drive in. So hopefully, man, I am not a mile away from where I'm supposed to be. Am I? What's on this corner? Nope, that's where I'm at. That's driving? That is a school. What was the name of that bank? This is ridiculous. I know I turned off of one street. There's a CNN building. What's funny is I'm going by natural landmarks like an idiot. I'm like, ugh. In contrast to the moon, here we go. How about we do this? I don't think that was the last place I went. Where the hell was that place? Where was it, man? I'm full on. I think it was that street. I know it was a shady side street that I parked on. Chase Bank. Was it Chase Bank? Yes, there you go. Thank you. Somebody jumped in there. Caden Davis, thank you. My battery's dying too. I got to plug in my charger here in a second. There's a Vine Street. Oh, there we go. Oh, here we go. I'm close to that one. Wait, I'm there right now. This is ridiculous. All right, start. I'm gonna do the walking map here. Which way am I going? That way? Okay, so I'm gonna go this way. I'm legit doing the map thing, like following the arrow. This is ridiculous, man. We're gonna get there eventually though. And then we're gonna charge up. I'm gonna grab one of these scooters. Excuse me, boss. And then we're gonna bomb through the city. Once I find my freaking car, I'm gonna have to go back and tell Steve I lost his car. Maybe you guys can break it to him ahead of time. Go ahead and hit Steve Phillips up and say, hey Steve, by the way, CJ may have inadvertently lost your vehicle. Oops. Just saying. Maybe it was Ivor. Yeah, Natalie, I've met Macklemore actually. Up in Seattle. Not like we're homies or anything. You guys are like, I'll take that. But we crossed paths. I used to work at this restaurant. It was like a fine dining steakhouse. And he came in with his wife. And they were building a cabin somewhere in eastern Washington. We had a little chat about that. Had a chance to kind of talk about some of the music that he was doing and kind of the effect it had on me. And, you know, so that was cool. Because that was a rare opportunity. So, all right, so close to where I was at, I think. Yeah, I think we're gonna go this way. I'm gonna figure it out. Captain, I'm sorry you got me on a big screen with my big ass head. My big old dome piece right here. What's up? And we're still moving here. So it's like 3 blocks up here, and then we'll get to the spot we're at. Oh, was it a trip? Oh, just allowed. Man, there's a lot of police in LA, I'll say that right now. A lot. Oh, shoot, I found it. Crazy. And there's a scooter right here. What are the chances? All right. What I'm gonna try to do here is figure out how to make these scooters run. Ooh. I'm gonna have to tune out for a second, then I'll come back on. I'm gonna try to go live on all 3 channels, and then I'll pop back up. All right, so I'm gonna tune out here off YouTube for a second, and oh yeah, hit the like and the follow, all that action. But between now and when I come back on in a second, yeah, you guys, be cool. I'll be back in a minute.